USS Nassau was a Tarawa-class amphibious assault ship. She was capable of transporting more than 3,000 U.S. United States Navy and United States Marine Corps personnel. Ingalls Shipbuilding in Pascagoula, Mississippi, laid the ship's keel on August 13, 1973. She was commissioned on July 28, 1979. She was decommissioned on March 31, 2011. Technical data: she had 1,400 compartments, 9 elevators and 2 horizontal conveyors. She also had 2 boilers, the largest ever manufactured for the United States Navy. They can generate 400 tons of steam per hour and develop 140,000 horsepower or 104 megawatts. Nassau SHA's electrical power subsystem creates 14 MW to provide electrical power for the ship. She had air conditioning equipment rated at a total of 1,500 tons and could ballast 12,000 tons of seawater for trimming the ship to receive and discharge landing craft from the well deck. She was constructed with more than 20,000 tons of steel, 3,000 tons of aluminum, 400 miles of cable and 80 miles of pipe. She had a 900 horsepower bow thruster for lateral movement at low speeds that could move the bow with 20,000 pounds of force, equivalent to half the pulling power of a diesel railroad locomotive. She had been fitted with a 300-bed hospital, 4 medical and 3 dental operating rooms. Her cargo areas were capable of holding tanks, trucks, artillery and large warfare supply needs. Operational history: Nassau was deployed to Beirut with a 24th Marine Amphibious Unit in February 1984, less than 4 months after the Beirut barracks bombing. In support of Operations Desert Shield Desert Storm, the Nassau deployed to the Middle East for over 8 months on only 8 days' notice. On leaving the United States, the Nassau became the flagship for Commander, Amphibious Task Force and the 4th MEB's commanding general. In the last week of the war, she was employed as a Harrier carrier, tasked with operating primarily as a STOVL attack carrier for Marine Avenue 8B Harrier II fighters. Nassau participated in several more operations throughout the 1990s, including Operations Support Democracy, Deny Flight, Allied Force and Noble Anvil. These operations were in support of U.S. foreign policy objectives. She also participated in numerous Navy and joint exercises that took her to numerous locations in the Atlantic, Mediterranean and Adriatic regions, including Haiti, Spain, Morocco, Italy, France, Greece, Israel, Albania, Zaire and Kosovo. Nassau received her first Battle Effectiveness Award in November 1983, with a second in 2007. These awards are presented annually to ships that demonstrate the highest state of combat readiness in their group and their ability to execute their wartime tasks. She deployed in February 2008 as the flagship of the Nassau Expeditionary Strike Group in support of maritime security operations and theater security cooperation efforts in the Navy's 5th and 6th Fleet areas of responsibility. In addition to her primary role as a marine transport, Nassau has served as a flagship, a logistics hub for incoming and outgoing mail, cargo and other supplies, combat search and rescue and the tactical recovery and rescue of downed aircraft and personnel. In August 2008, she had returned from deployment and was undergoing maintenance. At 4:30 p.m. Central Time on Thursday 18 September 2008, KHOU News 11 in Houston, Texas announced that Nassau was coming to the aid of Galveston Island, following the landfall of Hurricane Ike. Nassau anchored 7 miles offshore and troops deployed to the island with heavy machinery to aid with the cleanup of the devastation caused by the hurricane. In January 2010, Nassau left her Virginia port carrying the 24th MEU on a routine deployment of approximately 8 months. The 24th MEU, based at Camp Lejeune, North Carolina, consists of a ground combat element, a battalion landing team, an aviation combat element, a logistics combat element and a command element. The Nassau, accompanied by the USS Mesa Verde and the USS Ashland, comprises the Nassau Amphibious Ready Group, which supports maritime security operations and more in the 5th and 6th Fleet areas. The 5th Fleet covers the Persian Gulf, the Red Sea, the Gulf of Oman and parts of the Indian Ocean. The Sixth Fleet encompasses the Mediterranean Sea. Nassau was diverted to Haiti on January 21, 2010, to assist with the international humanitarian aid effort following the earthquake. After completing its humanitarian efforts in Haiti, the Nassau continued on its mission to the Middle East, eventually tying the all-time Navy record of 159 consecutive days out to sea without a port call. Decommissioning and potential role as humanitarian vessel. Nassau was decommissioned in Norfolk, Virginia on March 31, 2011. She is currently residing in Beaumont, Texas, with the MARAD National Defense Reserve Fleet ships. In 2013, the non-profit organization Coalition of Hope announced plans to have the ship donated and operate her as a humanitarian vessel. References. External links: nassau.navy.mil, USS Nassau official website, USS Nassau Crew Members Association website, USS Nassau Command History is a Euro Naval History and Heritage Command.